In this edition of NICB News, which cars or trucks were most likely to be stolen last year? Our annual Hot Wheels report lays it all out. We see how technology is helping insurers respond to disasters like Hurricane Florence and Hurricane Michael. A classic car collector from California is reunited with his 1957 Chevy Pickup after an extended absence in Mexico. We'll show you how the NICB worked with law enforcement to bring the truck back to the rightful owner. That's all next on NICB News. Hello, I'm Kristen Sleeth, and welcome to the fall edition of NICB News. In 2017, a vehicle was stolen once every 40 seconds in the United States. Similar to past years, the most stolen vehicles were Honda Civics and Accords made in the mid to late 1990s, prior to the use of anti-theft technology. But let's focus on newer cars and trucks, which makes and models top our Hot Wheels list. 6 cars, 3 pickup trucks, and a van were the most stolen 2017 models in 2017. Making the top 10 list, the Nissan Altima and Toyota Camry came in first and second. Pickups from GMC, Ford, and Dodge Ram were popular targets, along with the GMC Savannah. But you only need to compare the numbers to see how much anti-theft technology has slowed down car thieves. For every one 2017 Nissan Altima stolen, there were 6 1998 Honda Civics taken. And the new Hondas with the anti-theft technology, they don't even make the top 10 list. 2017 Civics were stolen only 388 times last year. That means 17 1998 Civics were stolen for every one 2017 model. The best way to prevent car thefts today? Make sure to use the anti-theft technology built into your car or truck. Lock and take your keys or the fob with you every time you leave your vehicle. The NICB has been working with key partners for the past 2 years, putting together a new program aimed at helping insurers respond faster and more efficiently in the aftermath of a disaster. It's called the Geospatial Intelligence Center.
As soon as Hurricane Florence moved away from the Carolinas and weather began to clear, and a few weeks later after Hurricane Michael slammed into the Florida Panhandle, a fleet of aircraft took to the skies
Navajo 278 Romeo Charlie, level 6,000 feet,
and began taking images of the impacted areas. Not just any images, but ultra-high resolution images that provide stunning detail and clarity for insurers, emergency personnel, and the public to see the damage from the storm on an address-by-address basis. The Geospatial Intelligence Center is the result of the National Insurance Crime Bureau's partnership with several public and private organizations, including Vexcel Imaging, the premier aerial imaging company worldwide, and Esri, the global leader in location intelligence. These Vexcel imaging cameras, valued at $1.5 million apiece, are mounted into twin-engine planes flown by experienced aerial mapping companies. In a single day, a single plane will take about 15,000 high-resolution images. Unlike a drone, these images cover several square miles in a single shot, and just one plane can cover 1,000 square miles a day, or a city the size of Tucson.
Imagine you get a report, my wall is damaged and the window's broken, and you need to know how high up the window was. You can get in with our tools and actually use a measuring tool and figure out first story window, second story window. Is it a 8-foot wide bay window or is it a little tiny window? You can do this all remotely. The east, west, north, south. I can go look all the way around a house. Maybe you take the water side, maybe you've got flood damage on the back side. What do you want to look at?
The imagery and data from the GIC allows insurers to quickly assess damages and help their customers get back on the road to recovery.
I think it's one of the best tools I've seen to help the insurance industry, because you have clear photographs of every property and every home. You can tell if there was any type of damage at all before the storm, and you see what the damage is after the storm. So it's very valuable, I think, in helping insurance companies pay these claims quicker.
During catastrophes like Hurricanes Florence and Michael, the NICB works with emergency command centers to provide assistance and to get the GIC planes in the air as soon as possible.
We can get in, we can get that imagery, we can get it back, collected, processed, and available to the insurance industry within 24 to 36 hours. Historically, that's not been the case. Historically, you could wait weeks, you could wait months. We're moving really at the speed of the internet now.
The GIC imagery is also made available free of charge to emergency personnel at the local, state, and federal levels to help them in their recovery efforts.
If you're, FEMA and you got to send a cleanup crew, are you going to have a guy drive out there, take a look around, not have a great, 360-degree view? Or are you going to take a look at our data and you take a look at the imagery and go, yeah, I'm going to need 3 tractors and a backhoe and a crew of 20 people to go clear that out?
The images are also available to the public. Just type in an address to see before and after shots of a property if it's been in the path of a disaster. For the National Insurance Crime Bureau, I'm Roger Morris.
The NICB is known for finding cars that have been missing over the years, but one California man was surprised when he was reunited with one of his beloved classics after it was stolen. Roger Morris has the story.
It was just after Christmas 2015 when Bob Brown pulled his classic 57 Chevy Pickup into this parking lot to run into the store for just a minute to pick up a few things. 10 minutes later, when he came back out, the pickup was gone. And the next day, it was in Mexico.
The theft of the truck made news here in this small coastal community. After all, there were only 2 1950s red classic Chevy pickups in the area, so the chances of finding it
very slim. And there's a auto theft task force out of San Diego County that vigorously searched for the vehicle. They did end up locating the suspect and his girlfriend, and subsequently arrested them for some drug-related offenses. But he denied stealing the vehicle, and they weren't able to locate it in San Diego County.
It helped that the suspect posted a photo on Facebook, bragging that he got the truck as a Christmas present. He quickly sold it to someone who took it to Mexico, and Bob Brown thought he'd seen it for the last time.
When I lost it, I just checked off 20 grand. I put it on my income tax. I have to tell my tax man I got it back.
Enter NICB Special Agent Roger Hogan, who works in California. He used to have a 55 Chevy pickup and had seen the red trucks in the Grover Beach area over the years. When he saw the police report of the stolen truck, he decided to enter the information into NICB's database, even though the truck did not have insurance for the theft at the time it was stolen. 2.5 years later, a vendor who works in Tijuana for the NICB Foreign Operations Office in San Diego found the truck in a salvage yard located in Mexico. And Roger Hogan got to give Bob Brown the good news.
Yes, I called Mr. Brown and explained to him who we were, first of all, and that his vehicle had been located in Mexico. I'm not too sure. He really trusted me in the beginning, but after a few minutes of talking with him, then gained his confidence, and yeah, we had in fact found his vehicle. And by that time I had also received pictures from our vendor of what the shape was, and it wasn't in bad shape that I could see from the pictures, and he expressed strong interest to get it back.
Brown was happy to pay the fees associated with bringing the stolen vehicle back across the border, and now he's spending about $20,000 to get the truck restored. One thing he is changing, the color, from red to white. He never liked red to start with. It's too hard to keep it shiny.
I am just so grateful to that crew down there for finding my truck, and they were just so nice. I mean, I was just amazed. The outpouring of concern and everything since this truck was stolen, all the way from Grover Beach Police Department, all the way to your company and there on to the tow truck drivers, to do that much caring for me in this truck. It was just absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how to thank everybody for it so much. Every time I drive that truck, I'll be thinking and thanking you folks. Thanks again, Bob Brown.
In Arroyo Grande, California, I'm Roger Morris for the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Insurance fraud investigators from across the country and around the globe gathered in Baltimore this September for the annual meeting of the International Association of Special Investigation Units. Some 800 men and women were on hand for more than 50 educational seminars, many taught by NICB staff.
We've been working with you along with the coalition and other groups out there to do our best to support your efforts to collectively go after those that are committing insurance fraud and vehicle crime.
And NICB Chief Operating Officer Jim Schweitzer said the Geospatial Intelligence Center is a great example of how the NICB is helping insurers move forward.
Times are changing. Technologies are changing. There's many technologies being made available to all of us, whether it's in our personal lives or professional lives. And how do we leverage these technologies, and how do we move our organizations forward in a way that takes advantage of these technologies in a way that benefits ultimately the most important person, and that's the customer.
Thanks for joining us for NICB News. Be sure to check back for our next quarterly update this winter. You can always get more information about fighting fraud and the NICB on our website, www.nicb.org. And be sure to check us out on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Kristen Sleeth.